What's up, Pirates? Ray Talks here with Awaken TCG, and today we have a nice, simple list video to show you guys. We have a deck list, a Zoro in particular, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So first off, we have this Zulu post-restriction box tournament. This is the first post-restriction tournament that I've done because Whitebeard got restricted, 4-drop Marco Blocker, and Radical Beam. So there is a 1 limit on each deck, red deck obviously. So let's go for the breakdown here. There was 5 Zoros, which wasn't interesting to me. I mean, that was expected. No Whitebeards. No one wanted to test out Whitebeard, even though I personally think it's still pretty good. We just had to find the right mix. Anyways, we're going to do a Zoro breakdown. So this is the list I played. We had Zoro with 4 Otamas. The reasoning for the 4 Otamas is obviously I run the 4-drop Marcos, the 5-drop KO Marcos, KO 3K or less, and Otama is a perfect combo with that little 1-2 punch. Makino, obviously I want to buff up my 1-drop units. Self-explanatory. Same with the Magura. Izo, my searcher, beautiful searcher to get me my 5-drop Marcos. I do run one 4-drop. You never know when it can just come in handy for the one time. Don't really see it too often. It is a one of restricted, but it's still a great card. Secondly, we have the Gordons. A stronger Otama can still get value if you play it for decks that can't kill it, like yellow, for instance. Black, unless they want to get rid of it with like something they have to use a card. I don't know. It's good on certain decks. Green. There's certain decks where you can place it. Some where you probably should just hold it in hand. If you're versing a red mirror, you for sure want to just hold that in your hand. You never want to use that. It's just going to get popped ASAP as soon as you place it down. Buggies, search my events. I do have another version of this Zoro list that I am rocking. A little different with a little more events just to help my buggy searches out here, because if we count, we have 7, 8, 9, 10. We only have 10 cards, which is a fifth of the deck for our buggy searches, which is kind of low. I think the sweet spot is 12 and up. Personally, I find that to be the best ratio is at least 12 for a searcher. Dadon, my searcher, best red searcher in the whole game right now. Jozu, searchable off Izo, searchable off Whitebeard Pirates, and is a 2K counter. Playing a little defensive. We're rocking 12 2K counters. So next up we have Zoro. Rush Zoro, self-explanatory. One of the best, probably the best rush card in the game. Currently, it's sitting at 3, debating on if I should go 4 or not. It comes in handy in the super late game when both players are starved of resources, and boom, you pop that to swing for lethal type card. It's good to have, and you can always get a ton of value for that 3 cost, swinging 6K, because you always have one attached to your Zoro leader. These teaches, though, I've been wishy-washy on. Haven't had too much use for them. There was one game in this tournament in particular where I did use it on curve. Next turn, boom, thunderbolted by a yellow player. Can't do much. Can't do much about that. Next up, we have 5-drop Marcos. Self-explanatory. They resurrect. They KO at 3K or less, and there's a body that is annoying and your opponent can never kill for the most part, and is just probably the cornerstone for this deck. Any red Zoro deck, you want to drop your 5-drops early, often, and whenever you have them, they're just insane value. Beautiful card. Probably my favorite from this whole deck are these Marcos. And then next we have these Radical Beams here. It's restricted, still the best red event, blocker event, so we're just gonna have to go with that. 3 Whitebeard Pirate. I think 3 is a good number. For the most part, with the Izos already, you already find your Marcos pretty relatively easily, and I just think that having a 4th there is unnecessary. 4 guard points, self-explanatory. We want to have a little bit of defense on that side of things. 2 Fire Fist. Personally, I think we should go with more. This is just the list that I ran. I ended up getting second. It was 64 people total. So here I am. You can go ahead and take a look at different lists. Everybody in this tournament was amazing. Shout out to EGMAN. He always hosts the best tournaments. So yeah, last card, Fire Fist. I'm debating on going 3 of or 4 of, just because I know I'm gonna run into a lot of Zoros, a lot of Laws, and you know you can never have enough value from that card because it is really balanced. And then obviously don't let me forget that trigger, KO 5k or less on trigger. If you have 4, you get 1 in trigger. That's, you know, a massive boost to wherever the board state is at. But that is the deck that I used. No closing thoughts, just still working on the list for this weekend's upcoming regional. Got to try a couple more things out. I am going to be running Zoro. You know, we'll see where things go with this list from here on out. I did make some couple of changes. I'll probably talk about that list after Gen Con. But besides the point, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Stay tuned for more content, and I appreciate you guys. You know, if you guys watch this, make sure to like the video. Appreciate you guys watching. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace. I don't really have an outro yet, so I'll see y'all.